I'm starting all the way over. First of all, happy Sunday. Second of all, I hope y'all did y'all routines for the day. I started out my day with something new, not new, but something that I added to my routine at least once a week is veneration to the ancestors, pouring libation, which I know is just pouring out liquid, any form of liquid, which could be water, alcohol, whatever you choose, like this the oldest analogy they got for libation. When black people be pouring out liquor for their homeboys, for their homegirls, it's the same thing as libation. So I did that this morning. And at my temple, my church that we used to go to, we used to do ancestor veneration, which is a song that was created by my mom based off an India.Arie song. And I might give y'all a video of me singing it so y'all can know what it is and have an example of how you can honor your ancestors. And if you want to use the song, you can use the song. But anyways, I just want to do like a quick update. And this is based off of my spirit today, but also a conversation I had with my homegirl yesterday. And we ain't talking so long, but like every time, it's like two of my friends, like every time we talk, it could be months, we be going through the same exact thing, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Same exact thing. Now, one I talked to, and the other one I'm hit up today because she on my mind. But basically, we're just talking about how this year was really sideways because we don't have boundaries, and because I lack the ability, have lacked, because I've been working on it now, the ability to stabilize my emotions and balance my emotions, which is very important. Because half the, like, I would say more than 50% of the time of me giving up on things is because something happened in my personal life and I took it to the heart and then went in a spiral with it. And this ain't meant to be no in-depth video because I'll get into all of that. I just wanted to do a quick update. But yeah, like this year ain't went sideways because of nobody else. And no year did, honestly. Like I always been that type of person to take accountability for what I contribute to my life. And a lot of times my life has been going sideways because of me. Like we was talking about me doing like my different ventures, like interviewing artists, music, whatever, whatever creative venture I had went on. And she was like, girl, I'll be excited, I'll be hype. You know what I mean? You got your page up. She was definitely talking about this time. She's like, you got your page up, you had everything flowing, and then boom, off the face of the earth. And it's only because my personal life got rough. But not only do I stop performing well in my creative space, I also stop performing well in my professional space. So, being transparent, because I feel like my purpose, some part of my purpose in life is to be like the warning, the telltale sign, or the telltale story, the cautionary story. That's what it is. I'm saying all kind of stuff, but that the cautionary story for the next person, and to teach people that you can learn how to balance your emotions, and once you balance your emotions, everything else will flow. Because let me tell you something, life gonna hit you every year. And it's like I keep expecting for a year to be perfect. Even though I be telling myself that things gonna happen. Even though I got a tattoo that says I did what I did, meaning I have no regrets. I still be expecting the year to be perfect and to be like, okay, this the year I'm gonna turn up. But I seen a TikTok video and she was saying that once you start getting things in line, that's when you're going to start getting your test of whether you can remain with your positive vibration or not. If you vibrating up here, you're going to have to stay up here whether your nigga done hit you in your face, whether your mama done called you a B word, whether the rent late, whether your bills ain't paid, whether you going through a mental breakdown at home, you still gonna have to go out and do what you do. And that's the talk I had myself. And that's why I posted what I posted on my story. even as a child, with your own parents, every individual on this earth is expected to show up and do what they're supposed to do regardless of what's going on. Giving grace, because I would change what I said last night to myself. Giving grace still applies, but that only means like, oh, I understand what you're going through, but you still have to get up and go to school. You still have to get up and go to work. And I remember when I was training at Blue Cross, one of the QA analysts, she was talking to us, and she was saying like, if you can only show up 60% that day, still show up. And it was good advice, because at the time I felt it, and it's still good advice. But I would push it further to say that it don't matter what the day is, you got to show up 100%, because that was my lesson this year. Transparency. I lost 2 jobs this year due to not balancing my emotions well, whether it was anxiety, depression, sadness, anger, low confidence, self-esteem, whatever emotion it wasn't balanced well, and it cost me 2 jobs. And the second job had more factors to it, but it don't matter because I still was supposed to show up. And why I bring that up is because I did show up to that job this summer, up until September, but I didn't give my 100% to that job. So I got cut. And that's just how life is. And I feel like as an emotional person, as a naturally emotional person, there was no true guidance for me or any of us. And people try to walk on eggshells, you know, in a nice way to not trigger those emotions. But somebody should have just told me a long time ago that the world don't care. The world don't care. You know what I mean? And that's a harsh reality for me, because I care. I care about what people going on. And I want to give people those 2 months. I want to give people those 2 days they need. But the world not going to give you that. Thursday night, because I started a new job. Thursday night, I didn't sleep well because I was up anxious about my bills and my rent being paid. Even though I need to give it to the Lord, I didn't. So I was up all night. Lost sleep. Didn't go to sleep till 4 o'clock. Now, granted, I ain't have to go to work till 4 o'clock the next day. But I still, like, I made that my routine. Because my little yell was like, you just hop up and go straight to work. That's why you be mad. And that's true. So the new routine I got is I get up at least by 10. Some days I get up at 8. Some days I get up at 9. Some days I get up at 10. So I can have time to, you know, set my tone, do what I need to do for the day, and then go into work. So, of course, because I stayed up late and I didn't get sleep, I slept until 11 the next day, which is fine because I still had like 2 or 3 hours. But because that changed, that don't mean I can't do what I'm supposed to do. You know? Excuse me. And I had been crying all night. You know what I mean? I had been crying all night, all of that. And then when I woke up the next day, I was trying to, you know, I did a little something, ate. And I said, I'm going to take me another little nap, like an hour nap, because I didn't get a lot of sleep. Girl, I couldn't go to sleep because I still had stuff on my mind. So I let myself stay up, and I listened to a song. I Love the Lord, but it's the live version because I heard it on TikTok. It's the live version. I forgot, Waltz or something. And they was singing it in an old school way because, you know, we used to listen to it in my temple. I Love the Lord by Whitney Houston. What I'm trying to say? Yeah, we used to listen to that at the temple. I Love the Lord by Whitney Houston. But this was the old school way, like without those type of notes. And baby, that hit me. And I was in the bed crying and saying, help me. Help me. But I still believe that God is within us, which is always taught. And it's a broader teaching now that that God is within. So all you doing is activating the God within. You know what I mean? There is still a power out there that controls, but the power is within you as well. Lauryn Hill's song says that. And I'm gonna probably do a cover to that song too anyways. But Yeah, so I had did all that crying and stuff. You think the world gonna stop and say, oh, she had a breakdown at the house, she can just chill today? No, I still had to go to work. I still had to go to work. So I feel like at a certain point, the self-care talk and the grace talk gets kind of like a crutch for this world. Unfortunately, this world is a beast. And that beast been eating me up for years.